Good morning to everyone. This is Rajesh Mittapalli, faculty in microbiology, TTWRDC, MEN Nagarkarnool at Jadcherla. Today we are discuss regarding glycolysis. Glycolysis is splitting of glucose into pyruvic acid in presence of oxygen. Before going to enter into the glycolysis pathway, we have to know about metabolism. What is mean by metabolism? Metabolic pathways, cell metabolism is defined as the product of all the biochemical reactions which takes place in a living cell. Cell metabolism involves a network of interconnected and integrated chemical pathways catalyzed by cellular enzymes. In another way, metabolism is combination of anabolism and catabolism. What is mean by anabolism? Anabolism is constructive pathway, catabolism is destructive pathway. In case anabolism, it is synthesis of larger molecules from simpler molecules. In case of catabolism, breakdown of larger molecules into simple molecules. So anabolism is constructive way and catabolism is destructive way. In anabolism, best example is photosynthesis. It is best example for the anabolism. In case of catabolism, aerobic respiration. In aerobic respiration, glycolysis and Krebs cycle and electron transport. These all are comes under aerobic respiration. So glycolysis and Krebs cycle, these two are comes under catabolism pathways. Next, fate of glucose. When any cell which consume glucose, any cell which accept glucose, what is the fate? Glucose enter into the cell. Immediately the glucose converted into glucose 6-phosphate. When glucose converted into the glucose 6-phosphate, that molecular weight of the glucose will become larger. Due to that reason, it never come back from the cell to external environment. To stop the glucose into the external environment, immediately the glucose is converted to glucose 6-phosphate. That glucose 6-phosphate is called as activated glucose. That glucose enter into the glycolysis pathway. Glycolysis is also known as EMP pathway. Why it is called as EMP? Because between 1920 to 1940, three scientists played major role to know glycolysis pathway. Emden, Meyerhoff, Paranas. These three scientists describe the glycolysis by their research. This is outline of aerobic respiration. Glycolysis, in glycolysis, glucose is converted into pyruvate. Whatever that produced pyruvate which enter into the mitochondria, that pyruvate decarboxylated to form acetyl coenzyme A. Basically, the pyruvate which contain 3 carbon atoms, when it undergoes the decarboxylation, it will turn into acetyl CoA. It has 2 carbon atoms. Then the pyruvate converted into the acetyl CoA, which enter into the Krebs cycle. In Krebs cycle, which occur in the matrix region of the mitochondria. Then electron transport which occur in inner membrane of mitochondria. Finally, the end products of aerobic respiration is ATP production. ATP is biocurrency, which is indispensable molecule for cellular metabolisms. This is outline of glycolysis. Glucose, it enter into the cell which undergoes the glycolysis pathway. It leads to pyruvate. That pyruvate immediately converted into the acetyl-CoA. That acetyl-CoA enter into the TCA cycle, which condenses with oxaloacetic acid, and finally the outcome of the TCA cycle is FADH2, NADH, and GTP. This is occurs under aerobic environment. That is nothing but in presence of oxygen. In some cases, in absence of oxygen, it is called anaerobic respiration. The pyruvate is converted into acetaldehyde and finally ethanol, sometimes lactic acid. It is known as fermentation pathway. Next, what are GLUT proteins? GLUT proteins, these are the entry gates for glucose into the cell. Basically, different total 7 types of GLUT proteins are there. Few we are going to discuss here. That is nothing but GLUT1. Most of the epithelial cells and normal cells which contain protein on its cell membrane, that is GLUT1. Basically, GLUT1 helps in basal glucose uptake. Next one, GLUT2, which is present on liver, beta cells of pancreas and hypothalamus, and basolateral membrane of small intestine. These are the carrier for glucose and fructose in liver and intestine. Next, GLUT3, basically these are the cell receptors which present on neurons, placenta, and testes and brain. It is also important for uptake of glucose to brain cells, that is the neurons and placenta and testes, brain. Next, GLUT4. These are the protein receptors which present on skeletal muscles, cardiac muscles, fat tissue, that is nothing but adipose tissue. And fifth one, GLUT5, small intestine receptors, these are, and sperm cell receptors and kidney receptors. So these type of transporters, that is nothing but protein receptors, which are important for uptake of glucose. Next, define glycolysis. Glycolysis is defined as sequence of reactions converting glucose to pyruvate or lactate with the production of ATP. What are the salient features? Glycolysis majorly occurs in all cells of the body. What is the chief site of glycolysis? Cytoplasm. It is cytoplasm. The major enzymes of this pathway are present in cytosomal or cytoplasm of the cell. Basically, glycolysis, which occurs in 2 phases. First one is phase 1, preparatory phase, and second one is phase 2, payoff phase. First one, it is a 10-step process. Generally, glycolysis pathway is 10-step process. First one is preparatory phase. In preparatory phase, first 5 steps. In first 5 steps, glucose is converted to glucose 6-phosphate. Here, 1 ATP is consumed. Whatever that ATP which releases 1 phosphate or which donating 1 phosphate to glucose, immediately the glucose is converted into glucose 6-phosphate. The glucose 6-phosphate conversion from glucose to glucose 6-phosphate in presence of hexokinase enzyme. Magnesium is important cofactor for this enzyme activity. Glucose 6-phosphate is converted to fructose 6-phosphate in presence of phosphohexose isomerase. Then the fructose 6-phosphate is immediately converted into fructose 1,6 bisphosphate. Here another ATP donates its phosphates to fructose 6-phosphate. That whatever that phosphorus attached to the first carbon of fructose. So two phosphorus attaching to first carbon and sixth carbon. That's why we are calling it as bis. Fructose 1,6 bisphosphate. In presence of phosphofructokinase. Phosphofructokinase. 6 carbon atoms are present in fructose 1,6 bisphosphate in presence of aldolase enzyme. It cleaved into 3 carbon atoms of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and dihydroxyacetone phosphate, they are interconvertible in presence of triose phosphate isomerase. Here glucose is converted to glucose 6-phosphate. One phosphorus is ATP is donating one phosphorus to glucose. Then glucose 6-phosphate is formed. Then in presence of phosphohexose isomerase, glucose 6-phosphate is converted to fructose 6-phosphate. Then in presence of phosphofructokinase, fructose 6-phosphate is converted into fructose 1,6 bisphosphate. Then fructose 1,6 bisphosphate is converted to or split it into 3 carbon atom molecules, that is nothing but glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and dihydroxyacetone phosphate. These two are the interconvertible molecules, and which is interconverted in presence of triose phosphate isomerase. This is preparatory phase. Next, payoff phase. In payoff phase, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is converted into 1,3 bisphosphoglycerate. Here NAD plus accept the electrons to form NADH, and it occurs in presence of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase enzyme. 1,3 bisphosphoglycerate is converted into 3-phosphoglycerate in presence of phosphoglycerokinase enzyme, and magnesium ions acts as a cofactor in this reaction. One substrate level phosphorylation will occur in this reaction. ADP accept the phosphorus from 1,3 bisphosphoglycerate to form ATP. The end product of this reaction is 3-phosphoglycerate. The 3-phosphoglycerate is formed into 2-phosphoglycerate in presence of mutase enzyme. 2-phosphoglycerate is formed into enolase in presence of enolase enzyme. One water molecule is eliminated from the 2-phosphoglycerate conversion into phosphoenol pyruvate. So the final one is in presence of pyruvate kinase. Phosphoenol pyruvate is converted into pyruvate. Here also one substrate level phosphorylation occurs. That is, whatever that phosphate released from this reaction is accepted by the ADP molecule to form ATP. So second substrate level phosphorylation is phosphoenol conversion of the phosphoenol pyruvate to pyruvate. Potassium or magnesium and manganese, either magnesium or potassium or manganese, or acts as a cofactors for this enzyme, that is pyruvate kinase. This is payoff phase of glycolysis. Next one. This is the glycolysis pathway, glucose is converted to glucose 6-phosphate, glucose 6-phosphate is converted to fructose 6-phosphate, fructose 6-phosphate is converted to fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. Then it is split into glycerol 3-phosphate and the hydroxyacetone phosphate. These are the interconvertible. And next, glycerol 3-phosphate and the hydroxyacetone 3-phosphate are converted into 1,3-bisphosphoglycerates, and 1,3-bisphosphoglycerates are converted into 3-phosphoglycerates, and 3-phosphoglycerates are converted into 2-phosphoglycerates. 2-phosphoglycerates are converted into phosphoenol pyruvate. Phosphoenol pyruvate is converted into pyruvate. This is the ultimate end product. Each glucose molecule are split into 2 pyruvic acids. 6 carbon atoms are present in glucose, and each pyruvate consists 3 carbon atoms. So 2 3 carbon atom pyruvates are ultimately formed in glycolysis pathway. Next, net ATP. Net ATP, here first 2 steps, basically first two steps, 2 ATPs are consumed. Glucose to glucose 6-phosphate, 1 ATP is consumed here, and fructose 6-phosphate to fructose 6-phosphate into fructose 1,6-phosphate, here 1 ATP is consumed. So total 2 ATPs are consumed for the activation of glucose. Next, how many ATPs are produced in glycolysis pathway? In first level, first substrate level phosphorylation. Substrate level phosphorylation, totally 4 ATPs are produced. Where substrate level phosphorylation occurs? Here. So first level is here. 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate is converted to 3-phosphoglycerate. Here, whatever that released phosphate is accepted by ADP and it's turned into ATP. Here, one substrate level phosphorylation. And second one is phosphoenol pyruvate is converted into pyruvate. Here, whatever that released ATP is accepted by the ADP. One ATP is formed here. So 2 times means nothing but in one way glycerol 3-phosphate pathway, 2 ATPs are glycerol pathway reaction, 2 ATPs are produced, and same time the hydroxyacetone phosphate also producing the same 2 ATPs. That's why totally 4 ATPs formed in this reaction in substrate level phosphorylation. In case of the oxidative level phosphorylation, totally 6 ATPs. So how 6 ATPs form is nothing but here in payoff phase, here glycerol 3-phosphate, one NADH is one NAD accept the electrons to form the NADH, and here dihydroxyacetone phosphate also accept in dihydroxyacetone phosphate also turns into 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate. It is also in presence of dehydrogenase enzyme only. So NAD plus acts as a cofactor for this reaction. It is also accept the electrons to form the NADH. One NADH is equal to 3 ATPs. Due to that reason, we assume it as 2 into 3 is equal to 6 ATPs. Totally 10 ATPs are formed. Among 10 ATPs, 2 ATPs are consumed. So our net production of ATP in glycolysis is 8 ATPs. So 8 ATPs. So this is about net production of ATP in glycolysis, and this is the glycolysis overall reaction. In glycolysis, 2 ATPs and 2 ATP add phosphate to glucose and fructose 6-phosphate. It is in first preparatory phase. 4 ATPs are formed in energy regeneration by direct transfer of the phosphate groups to 4 ADP molecules, and there is a net gain of 2 ATPs and 2 NADH. This is the glycolysis overall reaction. So end product of glycolysis is 2 pyruvate molecules. The pyruvate molecules moves into mitochondrial matrix and it turned into undergoes the decarboxylation to form the acetyl CoA, and that acetyl CoA is condenses with the oxaloacetic acid to form the citric acid in citric acid cycle. And 2-net ATP usually stays in the cytoplasm to be used by the cell to use it as activation energy for mate when producing pyruvate energy harvest. 2-NADH high energy compound that moves into the electron transport in oxidative phosphorylation reactions. So this is about the glycolysis. If you have any doubts, post in comment box. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity, TTWRTC, Nagar Karnool, and Gurukul.